My name is Nanette Robison. I'm enrolled with the Yakama Nation. I was born and raised on the res, but I grew up in the city. I've learned my traditions and cultures from my grandparents. My grandma is the one who taught me how to sew, how to craft, how to make regalia. So I try and teach others about the same things that I know. So we're going to take our ruler and we're going to line it up where that mark is, okay? The first time that I was introduced to a ribbon skirt, I would say I was about 10 or 12. I was with my grandma, and my grandma always did ceremonies.
When we think about it, our family members and the people that surround us in our community are our first teachers. And mathematics is embedded in so many of the family and cultural activities that we do day to day. Like the development of measurement skills. So when we're younger, we just measure by comparison. This one's longer, this one's shorter. And then gradually we start to build some benchmarks. And then we see in the video, as we're trying to be more precise, then we need to bring in the standard measuring tool.
When we start making the ribbon skirt, our first thing is to take the biggest part, your waist or your hips, and we take the measurement from there, and we divide that by 4, and then we add 4 inches to that, and that's for the hem and everything in leeway. 36 inches. And then how far would you like your ribbon skirt to go? Do you want it here? Do you want it down here? When we divide the measurements by 4, it's because we have a fold in the material. The front and the back is 1/4, and then the other side is another 1/4 on both sides. So that's why we divide it by 4. We're gonna line these up like this. We're gonna do 2 pieces. One's gonna be for the front, and one's gonna be for the back.
There's this back and forth mix between estimation and precision in making this skirt. What's interesting is knowing like when it's okay to provide an estimate and when I have to be precise. I need to be precise in some of these measurements because I'm gonna lay this piece on top of this piece and they better match. So those measurements had to be precise.
Once we do the measurement from your hips, then we do the length, which is from the waist to the ankles or the calf, depending on where they want that to be. And then we use that for the length. For the bottom part, we take the waist measurement and then we add 4 inches to that. So when we get it, it's not a square. It's not really a 45-degree angle, but it's slanted. There we go.
You can watch these students like building intuitive understanding of all these geometric ideas. There's how we're marking the cloth to provide these 2 points to draw a straight line, right? Or the tapering of the skirt and how the bottom needs to be X number of inches wider than the top. We see these formulas in the background that this person has developed over years to calculate the width of the waist and the bottom, so that when we translate this flat 2-dimensional pattern into this 3D skirt, it will be wide enough at the bottom so that we can dance and have that mobility.
My grandma and her sister were the ones that always got things together for the family. So they did the wing dresses, they did the ribbon skirts, and then they taught us to do it. And now if there's a celebration, everybody relies on us to make it because we make the ribbon skirts. Teaching parents, grandparents, and it can teach their grandkids and kids, that is what my goal is, so that it's never forgotten and where it came from. It's a way of giving back to our people.